Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The translation, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I know that you might know some people and I am scared. Brother Nashi won't even understand what I am going through. I am even scared that out there is someone who is going to take advantage of me, like what happened last week. So I had to drive out of the suburbs where I am staying with my parents. Then I went to the location. I was just driving, not knowing exactly where I wanted to go. Then I saw this other man. So at the place where he was, I saw that he is a prophet. So I always hear in stories that they are red garment prophets from your country who can go back to sender. I just stopped myself and I said, what if this man, if he will scam me of my money? Then I got back into the car. But he saw me and he saw that I wanted to speak with him, and he got off from where he was sitting and he wanted to meet me halfway, and I just panicked and I drove off. So my name is Name Hidden and I am 22 years old. I feel like my whole life it has been cursed, but it's only now, after piecing together what has been happening in my life ever since we were very little, the things that used to happen, some things that we were not even allowed to do at home, not to socialize with anyone that we wanted. Now I can realize that this thing, it really goes deep. How deep it goes, I am at my breaking point. I do not want to lie and I am begging for help because I don't know how much more I can take. Honestly, I don't even know. It all started long before I was even born. About 20 years ago, my parents did something that we can say is truly unspeakable, something that has been haunting our family ever since. I did not know the full story until recently when one of my uncles, that man, Brother Nashi, who is my mother's brother, the way that he suffers, I had to drive to the location where he is staying. He's just staying at this other house where they just allowed him to stay because of the way that he is poor. Yet her own sister, my mom, owns a franchise, but her own brother is suffering. I went there and he started crying and he said, I knew that one day you were going to come to me. Do you know that I was someone who was very brilliant, but your mother, she stole my destiny? And he told me that when we were still very young, and he told me that when he was still very young, and then my parents, they had gone to Mozambique, he even reminded me and he said, do you still remember when I was still married? Do you still remember that your auntie used to tell you that one day you are the one who is going to rescue us from poverty? But unfortunately, my poverty was too much for her, so much that she ran away with another man. And I remember very well that my auntie, she used to tell me that my parents had gone to Mozambique to perform a ritual and they had stolen her destiny. And this ritual that they went to perform in Mozambique, it was supposed to bring them wealth, power, and success. What I found out much later was that they never fully explained to me is that the price for this so-called prosperity was the life of my siblings. So they went there and they sacrificed almost my mother's womb. All the children that she was going to give birth to, they were never going to be normal. At that time, my mom, it was said that she was pregnant. When they went to Mozambique, she had a miscarriage, and after she had a miscarriage, this was the ritual that they were doing. So this ritual demanded a sacrifice, and the unborn child had to pay the price. It's something that my parents did, but they never talk about it. Now, 22 years later, they are still making us to pay the price for the rituals and the sacrifice and the money. They have not paid the devil the money that they owe him. And we are the center of these sacrifices. My parents did get the wealth that they were promised. They have money, we have nice things, and anything that we want, we can get from our parents. Both of them, like my siblings, they are severely overweight something just happened over time. It's not like physical, the way that my little brothers started to gain weight. It's like their bodies got possessed by these demons of overweight. They are both disabled now. They are unable to go to school. They are being homeschooled. And you can see that the life that they are living, as for my siblings, that life, it is not nice at all. And whenever I look at them, I cry, Brother Nash, because they can't even do anything. Because when I look at my siblings, I cry, Brother Nash, because they can't even do anything for themselves. When I was still growing up, I never understood why we had been given everything in life by God, but God had decided to punish my two little brothers, not being able to walk. Sometimes when they talk, they can't even talk properly. And even on my own side, from a very young age, I used to experience strange things. Every night I would have terrifying dreams, so much that I started stopping sleeping, so much that I was even scared to sleep upstairs, because whenever I would be sleeping in my rooms upstairs, because whenever I'll be sleeping in my room upstairs, that is when I used to have those terrible nightmares. And it was real. I know it is real because of what happens when I wake up. So when I wake up, Brother Nashi, when I was still young, I did not even understand that what I would see between my legs and on my private parts, it was like sperms. But when I was growing up, that was when I started to understand that this is sperms. Even the night when I spent with my boyfriend, I told him that I was a virgin, and he was very disappointed because he saw that I was not a virgin. He said, "Why are you not bleeding?" I did not bleed, but that Tokoloshe was the one who took away my virginity. And at first I did not understand, but over time I then realized that there is a Tokoloshe that comes to sleep with me. This Tokoloshe does not just scare me in my dreams, it lies with me. When I go to bed, sometimes I can feel that there is something that will be touching me. It touches me in ways that I can't even control. I might be hanging out with my friends in the evening, then I'll start to feel that my breast, there will be someone that will be touching my breast, squeezing me so much that down there I would feel that I am already wet. I even try to fight, to scream, to pray, but nothing is work. And when that thing will be sleeping with me, I'll be paralyzed in bed, unable to stop it. Every morning when I wake up, I feel so ashamed and fear, knowing that it is going to happen again the next night. And when I look between my legs, there will be the semen. I have since spoken with some sangomas. Some of them, they say that they do not have enough power. I have to go to Zim or to go to Mozambique, but now I don't know where exactly am I supposed to go to, because I'm just a young woman who is scared. And my parents, sometimes they are always watching my movements, and if I go to a place where they do not understand, immediately they will tell me that they will call the trekking company so that the car can be returned back to them. When it comes to dating, no man ever truly loves me. Men, they do come into my life, but they only play with my heart. They use me and they toy with my emotions, then they disappear. No one stays. No one wants to stay with me. I can't blame the men, because whenever I sleep with a man, if we do not use protection, that man will say that my private part, it's feeling itchy. Some of these men that I will be sleeping with, even on the first night when we sleep together, not using protection, you hear the men saying that maybe you have an STI because I'm feeling really, really itchy. Much that if I sleep with a man that is not circumcised, it becomes even much more quicker. That itchiness, it's like this Tokoloshe, it has given me an STI. I have gone to different doctors. I have had some test straight from Landsnet laboratory, and they told me that I don't have any STI, but this is what happens. So I think that maybe this Tokoloshe is the one that does these things to me so as to chase away this man. I have spent years crying, praying for this hell on earth to end. And it's like I am trapped in a nightmare that I can't escape. My parents, they refuse to talk about what they did in Mozambique. I know deep down their actions that they did they are the ones that cursed me. Even my uncle, sometimes when you visit him, he is so scary, like he's someone that is not normal. When I speak with him, he will say, no, I don't know anything, I don't know anything. But when I go there sometimes to give him some food, then he will say, my sister's daughter, you still remember your uncle? Do you know that your mother stole my destiny? Sometimes he can just cry and he say, please leave, I want to be alone. I have spoken with some traditional healers, and they have given me some cleansing protection spells, even charms, but nothing has worked. I am haunted by this Tokoloshe. I even feel like my life is cursed, Brother Nashi, always drinking alcohol, not because I want to. That is why I am reaching out to you for help now. I have heard stories about powerful prophets from Zim who can reverse curses, send back the evil, that prayer that they call the go back to sender, so that at least I can have peace. I need to find a go back to sender prophet, someone who can help me. I want them to send back the curses, to reverse whatever my parents did, to free me from this hell on earth. I am desperate. I am someone that is considered to be beautiful by the men that will be proposing love to me, but I become ugly the moment that the men sleep with me. I want to live a normal life, to be free from this darkness. I want to know what it feels to be loved again. I do not want to sleep with this spiritual husband anymore. If there is anyone who knows a prophet around Joburg who is from Zim, they can give Brother Nashi their number and I will try to reach out to them. I specifically want a prophet who can do a go back to sender prayer. Please help me ASAP. Do not ignore my message. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. That was the translation. Please let us try to speak with her in the comment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world.